record this. All right, so we're recording. And you know what? There's a lot of background noise, so I'm looking to see if we can mute. If you're not talking, maybe mute the line. So you can mute the line in the lower left-hand corner. If you're not actively saying something, go ahead and mute. So that way we don't have a lot of background noise. But then when you want to talk, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right, Jessica, can you try and say something? No, we don't hear you. Can anyone else hear poor Jessica? Well, can you hear us? Okay, then don't worry about it. Well, Jessica's from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I know she's really excited to move her business forward as her kids start school full-time. Is that about accurate, Jessica? Okay. And Sarah, are you still on the phone? Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you're most excited about.
My name is Sarah, and I am in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and I am excited to earn money and save for a vacation.
Good. Any place specific or just a vacation?
Disney.
Disney, awesome. That was the first trip we took when I started earning more money with Wild Tree. So we just busted out the trip to Disney. So that's awesome. What about you, Tracy?
So I'm Tracy. I'm from Fairfield, Ohio, and I'm excited just about making these healthy meals for my family and then helping other people. And I'm also hoping to get some extra money so I can plan a vacation.
Oh, awesome. That's really good. Any place specific, or are you not sure yet?
Like someplace like in the Caribbean.
Oh, awesome. A good vacation.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with just setting a little bit of the context for our group. The Tuesday night call is really a chance for us to see each other because we don't all get to see each other very often. I like being able to see each other's faces for as many people that can be on here, and just a good place for us to share tips and go over some goal setting and just kind of stay focused. There are so many awesome promotions that Wild Tree is offering right now, and I want all of you to achieve those tiered levels. So, you know, the t-shirt this month, possibly Rhode Island in October, and promotion to team leader sometime this calendar year, so that you all get the invitation to leadership conference in St. Louis. And that's in January and mid-month, somewhere. I don't know the exact dates, but if you need to know, I can give those to you. But it's right in the middle of the month. Right around Martin Luther King Jr. weekend is usually when they do that. So since most people have that Monday off. So another thing I wanted to go over is explain a little bit about what is going to be required of you as you start to move your businesses forward. That was probably the number one question that most of you asked when you were interested in getting into this group in the first place. And we're going to try and keep it pretty simple. I really decided to go ahead and think back to my promotion to team leader, and it really came down to 2 or 3 simple things. We didn't have Zoom conferencing. We didn't have really nobody. I wasn't plugged into a team leader program. There was nothing. I just was really excited about my business and got really excited with every single booking I got and with every single person that wanted to join my team. So it came down to booking my calendar and team building, and I just did that. And that's really at the end of the day, that's what it's going to take. So I'm not going to make you do a ton of extra work because there's not really anything else to tell you to do. But I want this to be a place for you to utilize resources and stay kind of focused. I feel like most of us are excited, and if you can hold on to that excitement throughout the year and throughout your business, you're just going to do really great things. So one of the things that's going to be required of you is obviously this Zoom conference. And then really making sure that you stay on top of your coaching calls with your upline team leader. Make sure you've got a date scheduled, a time, and a time that you can usually stick to. It's okay to have wiggle room. We all have things that come up, and that's totally okay, but kind of sticking to that. And then the business builder calls. Do you all know about the business builder calls on Sunday nights? Or does anybody not know about those? You can speak up. It's okay. Well, Sunday night business builder calls definitely were the thing that propelled my business forward when I think back to that time when I decided I was going to be a team leader. And Leisha Hawley, my upline director, I never listened to the business builder calls. I'm just going to be honest. And Leisha Hawley said she listened to the business builder calls when she would run and do her exercising every day. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I run a couple times a week, so I could listen to the business builder call. So I decided to do that, and I've never stopped. Every single Tuesday, I listen to Sunday night's business builder call religiously. I've never missed one since then, and that was almost 2.5 years ago. So I've listened to every single business builder call. They are awesome because they're led by people like you and me who are really out there working their business and giving you the best tips possible. And I always take away at least one little nugget of information with every business builder call. So if you aren't listening to those, I challenge you to do that and just to figure out that time in your day that's going to work for you. And it's only once a week and it's only half an hour. So I don't ever listen to any of those calls live. I'm big on finding the time that works for me, and I love doing those calls when I'm doing another mundane task. Maybe I'm folding laundry. Every Tuesday I fold laundry. Or maybe I have a commute to work, and I'm just going to decide that every Monday on my way to work, I'm going to listen to the recorded business builder call. So definitely plug yourself into those because they're going to be awesome and give you a lot of great tips. Another thing that's going to be required of you is this. So I'm going to hold it up. You all see this? This is and for the people that are on the phone, this is the Representative Business Activity Tracker. And this, I think, is pretty awesome. I think it's a really nice sheet. Sonara Brown and Kelly Olin came up with this sheet, and they introduced it to us at conference. And it's really nice because a lot of you are going to sit down at your computer and you're going to try and work your WildTree business a little bit each day. And you're going to sit down and go, oh, okay, what am I supposed to do today? Wait, what am I supposed to do with this business? I don't even know where to start. Yesterday was a bad day, but today I really want to get focused. And this is really going to tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing every day. So some of the things on the activity tracker are use your WildTree in your kitchen. Imagine that. Use WildTree every day. So cook something with WildTree. Pretty easy one. I'm pretty sure everybody on this call can say they already do that. So you can check that off. And if you're not, then maybe this is a way to get you motivated to make some more meals or get some bundles to help you out in the kitchen yourself. New contacts. Add 1 to 2 new contacts to your list each day that you're going to reach out to. We're all meeting so many new people every single day, we don't even know it. So this is going to be a real conscious effort to write those people down and share WildTree with them. Invite people to attend or host a party. So you should already be hostess coaching every day, getting people to your host events, reaching out to those people that are already in your contact list to have a party. So just reaching out to 2 to 5 new people every day for hosting an event or attending an event. That could be your own event or somebody else's, it doesn't matter. Inviting 1 to 2 new people every day to learn about WildTree, just to share what you do and share the opportunity with them. Following up with customers, making sure you're calling all your customers to follow up to see if they love their dinners. Do they need any more product? I like to follow the 2-2-2 rule. And the 2-2-2 rule is this. You contact your customers 2 days after the event. That's usually to thank them or follow up with any hot leads. If anybody said they needed they were going to host a workshop or a tasting for you and they needed to check their calendar. You need to follow up with them within at least 2 days. So that's the first 2 days. The second two is the 2-week rule. You follow up with every single person 2 weeks post-event, whether that's a tasting or a workshop, and you call everybody. How are you liking your products? Do you need any more recipes? Do you like your meals? That's your follow-up. 2 months is 2 months down the road. I was definitely missing the boat on the 2-month rule. I was definitely calling people and thanking them 2 days after and 2 weeks after, but not 2 months. 2 months has been an awesome rule. Has been an awesome rule, but we tend to forget about that. And that one's really a good time to reach back out to people because guess what? They're all out of dinners. Everybody's finally out of dinners 2 months later. And that's when they're like, oh gosh, I really need some more. 2 weeks after an event, they're kind of still stocked and they're not kind of in that desperate mode. So you need to follow up with people 2 months post-event. So that's a big tip for you guys tonight. You should be hostess coaching every day, making sure you're following up and collecting payments, sending out reminders for your events. And you should be doing some personal development. Reading a book. The Compound Effect is a book that I'm going to suggest for this group to read. It's amazing if you haven't read it already. Listening to the Business Builder calls, like I said, and just doing any of the other trainings that WildTree offers to you for free. So those are the things that you should be doing every day. So when you sit down to work your WildTree business for your power hour, that's what you do. If you do those things, I can promise you nobody here will ever have a problem with promoting to leader and staying an active leader. So does that make sense to everybody? Go ahead and take yourself off mute. Does anybody have any questions about this? Take yourself off mute. Is anybody excited to use this?
Yeah, I like the 2-2-2 rule.
Oh, good.
I didn't think about like the 2 months, but yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah, it's a great rule to follow, and it's a good system for filing away all those customer care forms. And it's definitely something that you tend to forget about. When an event happened 2 months ago, you kind of forget about it, but this way you're reconnecting with all of those people, and they are really most ready for a workshop at that point, or a tasting, or needing more product. So it's just a really good rule to follow. And the activity tracker, it's not meant to overwhelm anybody. If you can see by me holding this up, it's literally just checking things off. It's just a checklist. So it's very low key. It's not stressful. It's just a really good reminder for what you should be doing, and then you just check it off as you do them. So another thing I need to mention to all of you is business hours. Anybody here want to share what their business hours are? I've already got them already. Does anybody here have set business hours? Yeah. Or do some of you just like to work in pockets of time? You like to work 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there? When do all of you work your business, if you want to share?
During nap time.
Nap time? That's always a good time. Thank you for sharing. You kind of have to when you have kids running around.
Yeah, when the kids go to bed.
When the kids go to bed?
Yeah.
That's good too.
During ballet gymnastics.
What'd you say?
During ballet gymnastics.
Oh, ballet and gymnastics. That's good. You know what's really fun? If you do that during ballet or gymnastics, you're going to have people around you. If you're making your calls during that time and you're kind of in a room where people are just kind of hanging out, you're going to get people that are interested in what you do. People are going to hear you talking about these meals and how great they are, and you're going to get people sitting around you are going to actually be curious about what you do. So that's actually a really good plan for getting some more leads. I work my office hours pretty strict. I'm always working my business in the middle of the afternoon, kind of around that nap time-ish, 1 to 4, and sometimes I'll take morning appointments. But if you can stick to 1 hour a day, you can do everything on this daily activity tracker. That's all this is 1 hour of work, and that's all that I would say that it would take to move your business forward. That's 5 hours a week. That's a lot. So. And don't wait and do all 5 hours on one day. That will definitely drive you to burn out. So spread it out. Another thing I wanted to explain to all of you today is the prosperity circle. Before I move on to that, though, does anyone have any questions? Okay. I want to share with you a really awesome framework that we learned at conference. And I really want to make sure, some of you may have heard it before because some of you have been to conference, some of you were at the team meeting and maybe you've heard this. I'm going to say it again because it doesn't hurt to hear things 2 times. And I want to just explain how it can really help you with your conversations and help you move your business forward. So hold on 1 second. Okay. I've got the prosperity circle right here, but if you're on the phone, I know Tracy's seen this before. So just imagine a big circle, and at the top of the circle, well, actually, let me explain this a little bit better. For anybody that's never heard about this before, the prosperity circle is a framework that we use to help you visualize your success here at Wild Tree. Every successful thing you've done, you've actually already done in the prosperity circle. So I'm going to explain it to you in non-Wild Tree terms first. So, well, I'm going to explain something that I was successful at, and then I want you all to share something that maybe you were successful at, and hopefully this helps. So back in 2002, I decided I was going to run a marathon. I was so excited to run a marathon. I got bit by the running bug. So I all of a sudden envisioned myself running this marathon. And then I got really, really excited about it. I told my family, I told friends. I actually recruited 3 girlfriends to do one with me so that we could all train together. And we figured out our meeting spot. We were all just so excited about where we were going to train and what we were going to do. We got our hotel rooms booked. We were so excited about it. Then we got down to work. We downloaded a training plan. We stuck to the schedule. We were eating right. We were working our running schedules just on point, everything that by the books, okay? So we put in all that work. And during the time we were putting in all those miles, we would think about, what was working, what wasn't working. I realized I needed to buy new shoes. I realized that I needed to drink more water. I realized that I needed to bring those goo packets with me when I ran so I could have some nutrition when I was running, but something that would not upset my stomach. So during my training, I also analyzed what was working and what wasn't working so that I'd be ready come marathon day. So I ran the Chicago Marathon, and I qualified for the Boston Marathon at that marathon. I was pretty excited because that was my first marathon, and I qualified for something even bigger than I could ever imagine. So I would consider that a success in my book. And little did I know, I was following the prosperity circle the entire time. I set a vision, that's cut off, but I set the vision for what I wanted to do. I wanted to run this giant race. I don't know why, I was crazy, but I wanted to do that. I got really excited about it, and so excited that I even got other people to join with me on my running adventure. Then I put in the work, I put in the miles, I plugged out those miles, mile after mile. And during that time, I analyzed what was working and what wasn't working. And then I had the big day. So you can kind of think that in terms of your Wild Tree business. But before we think about it in Wild Tree ways, does anybody else want to share something in the Prosperity Circle? Something that you've done, some accomplishment, and can you relate it back to the Prosperity Circle? Maybe Christina or Sarah or somebody that's heard this before. Or Tracy or anybody have something that they achieved, and can you think back and think, oh my gosh, yeah, I had a vision for that, I got excited about it, I put in the work, and I analyzed what I was doing.
Can you guys hear me and see me?
Who is this?
Jacqueline.
No, but we can hear you.
Okay. I can see me, so.
Oh, I can see you now.
Oh, okay, good. And Parker and Simon.
Hi, guys.
We're in the hotel. Okay, mine's not Wild Tree, but I'll share. So really the first thing that comes to mind lately, and it's our move, when we decided to move from Cincinnati to California. So Dave took a new job, and so our vision was to have him take that job and then move. We had to move to California for that. So we got really excited, of course, started telling everybody about it, and started, everybody was so excited because we're moving back home, and it was really fun to think about getting back there. And then we had to get to work like crazy to pack and move and sell the house and get a plan and find a new house and figure out, lots of work when it came to schools and houses and everything that was going to happen in our new life in California. Yep. And then, so it's been about a year, and we're kind of in that analyzing situation right now where it's, okay, what's been working? What do we want to keep doing the same way we're doing? They can hear you. Yeah. What do we want to keep doing the same way we're doing? What do we want to refocus on? We've spent a lot of time focusing on family. And now we want to start focusing just kind of like on the four of us, focusing on our Wild Tree business and on his territory and things like that. So we're kind of right back at the beginning now of creating a new vision for what it means to be doing life in California and what it means to be doing Wild Tree and my husband's job and everything like that. So it's beautiful.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, Jacqueline. That's a perfect example of using the Prosperity Circle. And you use the Prosperity Circle on a lot, all of you just don't know it. But when you're consciously aware of it, the next big vision you have for any goal that you're ready to tackle will be a little bit easier, because you're going to be able to say, oh, okay, I need to start at the top of the Prosperity Circle and have that vision before you can move forward and get excited about it and start doing the work. A lot of us move backwards in the Prosperity Circle, and we get an idea in our head and we immediately get to work before we even get excited about it and share with others what we're excited about and share with others what our goals are around that vision. So you need to make sure you're moving in that clockwise direction. And I like what Jacqueline added, that once she moved and they were settled, now her family needs to move through the Prosperity Circle again. And the same thing with my marathon. I conquered the marathon, and then I had this brand new vision. Oh my gosh, I was going to run the Boston Marathon. So what do you think I did? I went right back around that Prosperity Circle again as I focused on my next new goal. So I've got like 5 more minutes before this ends, but we only have 2 more minutes to go, so we're good. So does the Prosperity Circle make sense so far to everyone, or does anybody have a question about it? When you're thinking about your Wild Tree business, and as you're onboarding new reps to join your team, you really want to make sure you're focusing on that clockwise circle, really making sure you're setting vision with everybody that's joining your team, instead of just saying, okay, thanks for joining my team. Now we got to get to work. Here are your launch dates, and we got to get you on the training, and we got to get you, here's your list of things to do. You can't get them into that frantic mode. You've got to make sure you take them through the circle. Help them set their vision for their business. Help get them excited about their business. Then you can help ease them into the working phase. And as they're working through the working phase, you can help them analyze what's working, what systems they need to change. You're all kind of going through that, I'm sure, right now. What systems are working for me? What business hours are working for me? What's not working for me as you think forward. And then once you've accomplished your goal, you're going to go ahead and go right back around and set whatever new goal it is. So I really challenge all of you. I know the big goal here is team leader, but I want all of you to think about a smaller goal so that you can work through the prosperity circle and go, yes, okay, I did that. And then move yourself through the prosperity circle again. Maybe your first goal is going to be that t-shirt. Does everybody on here go ahead and yell yes if you're just at least aiming for that t-shirt this month?
Yes.
Good. Awesome. Well, I want to invite all of you to that cookout and for our family day. And if you don't live nearby, then you're going to get something special anyways in the mail. So that's going to be everybody's first prosperity circle goal. Take yourself through the prosperity circle and you'll do it. That's all I really have today. Does anybody have any questions before we go? I know I talked a lot today, but I think it'll be more you. I just needed to make sure I got through all that beginning stuff so you knew what you were doing.
Maria, if we have people who want to join before next week, can we still add them?
Join this group?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good question. All right. Well, I'm going to let everybody go to bed and get some sleep or drink an adult beverage or watch TV. All right. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, thank you so much. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, you too.
Thank you.